the E Phrygian scale, or E Phrygian mode rather, in the key of C major, starts at fret number 12. This is the note E, and should sound like this. Now, the goal of this video is to teach you how to play the scale through. So we're going to start with fret number 12, like we said, it's E, and I'm going to call out the fret numbers as I play it through. We're starting at fret 12, 13, 15 on the top string, 12, 14, 15 on the fifth string, 12, 14, 15 again on the fourth string, 12, 14 on the third, 12, 13, 15 on the second string, and we finish off 12, 13, 15 on the first string. Now, for the purists, we were going to argue, but I should have stopped there. Yes, they are quite right, because when you play a scale, you should play from the starting note to its octave, which means from E to E. But these two extra notes that I included are also in the same key, and if I had more strings, I could possibly go to the octave as well of E again. So yes, we are playing past the octave, but it's good to know all the notes available to us, especially if you're improvising. If you didn't know those two notes can work, you'd lose certain phrases. So it's nice to be aware of everything. Okay, now you've learned to play up the scale. Let's take the two together, and we're going to descend it as well. Let's get going. 2, 3, 4. And backwards. And then if you also notice in the corner at the bottom of here where my hand's moving, you should have picked up maybe that I was doing alternate strokes. So I was picking down, up, down, up, down, up. So I'm getting a nice established rhythm in my picking hand, as you can see it moving there. So try and make sure that you're not just doing not only down strokes. Make sure that when you're playing any scale that we're doing so far, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, the whole way through. Now, once you can do that, we want to reverse the process. So instead of ascending and descending, we're going to descend first, which again should start on E. We're starting it on that note because those notes are available in the key. In other words, these notes exist in the key of C major, and the E Phrygian mode is simply the C major scale starting on its third note. We'll get there now. Okay, let's first play the scale backwards and forwards. 2 and 3 and 4 and... So you've learned to play a scale ascending, descending, and then learn to play a scale descending and ascending. Now, on the Phrygian mode and what is actually happening there, we're not going to go into the whole theoretical aspect of the Phrygian being minor related and having a flattened second, third, sixth, and seventh, which is composing a flattened ninth, and all those crazy things. The purpose of this video is to simply learn the scale, and then the characteristic or the minor tonality with those flattened seconds, etc. We will then discuss that in later videos because that's also important. So this video, strictly theory, learn the scale, know that it's in the key of C major, and just to confirm that, I want you to listen to this carefully. It's going to change the angle a bit there. Here's your C major scale, which I'm assuming you know. Okay, and again, yes, I could include a D. And if I call out the names of these notes, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and I call out the Phrygians, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, you'll notice they both contain exactly the same notes. So E Phrygian is built from the same notes in the key of C major, and it starts on the third position. In other words, here's your C major scale. Stop at the third note. 1, 2, 3. C, D, E, E, E. Same note. So your Phrygian simply is your C major scale starting on its third note. what's also quite important as well that I mentioned with the Dorian, and I'm going to mention with all the scales, is how they interlink. For example, in the previous video on the Dorian, I said that the major scale was between those frets, the Dorian sort of ran between them, and then the Phrygian starts over there. So it's sort of like a jigsaw piece puzzle. So they interlink. What we mean by that is, as you go through the Phrygian, those notes there are inside the Dorian too, especially at the bottom. You can hear the notes sound similar. You can hear that they actually contain the same key. There's no sort of changing key implications there. And if you know that, that means I can go from here, for example. So I actually went from the Phrygian into the Dorian, into my Ionian, and then basically using those shapes, keeping the shapes in the back of my mind, I can cross over this way. So as I learn every new mode, I actually get to join up all the dots in the key of C major, which I'll then look into transposing and key changes later. Okay, but that for starters now, you've got your interlinking. And it's quite nice to know how you can sit and join the scales together as well. Okay, for me that's all for now. You've learnt your Phrygian mode. You can play it ascending, descending. We know to alternate your strokes. 3 modes down, 4 modes to go. We'll see you in later videos. Have an awesome day. Take care.